Hi, I'm Tim Cool, and this is Jogurt. Here I talk events, global and from my life, and some ideas. The big world calls. This Thursday it was 100 years exactly after Tutankhamun's tomb was finally discovered by Howard Carter's team. It was a great discovery because many things were found untouched in this area, and more important, the mummy itself was practically untouched by time. But what has always amused me is the fact that Tutankhamun himself was this young man who was pretty unimportant to ancient Egyptian history and history itself. But everyone knows his name because he is the pharaoh with the most untouched and most famous tomb discovered in the 20th century. So he began like this unimportant character and turned out to be this huge celebrity superstar because of the history after him. And that reminds me that even if you are not that important, there are still ways for you to ironically be important. It's not always about what you do. Sometimes it's just about how the history works. In its mysterious ways, of course. From life this week. This week, my colleagues and I visited a pet food plant, our pet food plant. It was the first time for us. I've been in this company for 1.5 years now, and what I should say is that I'm a vegetarian. So I don't eat meat for ethic reasons. And so you might imagine that it was a challenge for me, as well as simply working for this company. Of course, I have settled on a justification, as you might say, that people have to maintain this awful balance between different animals who depend on them. I mean, cats and dogs, and the animals people kill to provide for those. So it's difficult to say that, but as many cats and dogs are more predators than not, I don't think there is an easier solution. But at least the meat food my company manufactures is not intended for people, like the sausages of some sort and everything else. So it's intended for animals who are more like predators. But I see the difficulty, and I hope to establish a more consistent approach to my vegetarian beliefs when it comes to my work and my ethics. But everything is in its due time. The plant we visited is quite huge, and what I should say that the smell was awful. It was horrible in the production area and in the office next to the plant as well. But the warehouse was nice because it was the smell in the warehouse was like glue and boxes, this IKEA smell, if you imagine that. So nice memories as well. Just imagine a type of funeral named whateveral, intended specifically for people who didn't give a damn about life and everything about others and so on, even themselves. So during this funeral ceremony, their body is thrown into a pit carelessly, then they pour the ground the careless way as well, and everyone just with their poker faces stand up and go the minute it's over. So this is for people with such philosophy. I think it would be appropriate. It's been Tim Cool. Until the next time. Bye.